Hello, my name is Stephen Brief from Autism Explained by Stephen Brief. And as you might have seen on Facebook, if you follow Facebook, that there was a incident that happened with my bank that was kind of difficult for me personally. It happened on Friday. So my voice is kind of odd for someone. I'm a 27-year-old adult male, and my voice is damaged, the vocal cords, because I was nonverbal twice, and the medications I took made it so they never fully developed or healed. And I called my bank. What happened is I called my bank, and my card wasn't working, and I called them to try to get it fixed. And the lady was incredibly rude. She assumed that I was a suspicious caller because my voice didn't match my age or my gender. And it was very, very hard because I've been self-conscious about my voice for a long time. And it's not something I can really help or change. And I had all my information. I told her everything I could. My parents' maiden name, my mom's maiden name, my dad's name, everything I had, and she kept on interrupting me and saying she couldn't trust me, and she put a lock on my card for 15 minutes. And it was really hard because um, I hold a lot of emotions in, and when something like that happens, I kind of have meltdowns and I start crying. And it was not a fun day. So, and it kind of inspired me to do this video because, well, not every person with autism might have a higher pitched voice. There are people out there that might have voices that could seem monotone or suspicious when heard over the phone. And I'm lucky that I've kind of learned how to deal with criticism or mistreatment. But there are a lot of people who can't handle it, and they deal with that sort of stuff. People with autism deal with that sort of stuff on phone calls or when they're trying to fill out their bills because they might not look at people in the eyes. And it's unfortunate truth that I'm not the only one who faces this. And I won't be the last person who faces this. And there are a lot of people out there with autism who might be so affected they'll never call their bank again. And it's just, I wanted to kind of talk about that because I have plenty of friends who, if they were to call someone on the bank, their voices might sound not as natural as someone who's not on the spectrum. And it's unfortunate. It's a horrible, horrible truth because a lot of us face problems that other people don't face because our disability um, or because our autism kind of affects how people see us in some ways. And it's not a fun thing to deal with. It's really difficult. And I mean, I don't like saying word. I mean, I would say it's a form of discrimination. I don't really like throwing around that word, but it's kind of a mistreatment for someone who has a disability. And it's really, really sad that people with autism face that treatment just because they might act or speak or think differently. And it's something that needs to kind of needs to stop. It needs to be talked about. People need to speak out about this because uh, people can't help how they speak sometimes. And it's not something that you can just change overnight. And it's a sad truth, and it needs to be talked about, and it needs to be fixed. And I do recommend to anyone with autism that if they're dealing with a phone call, official phone call, or if they're talking to a nurse or anything, letting them know you have autism first. And say, like I said, my name is Stephen Brief. I have autism, so I might speak a little too quickly, or I might ramble on. That's what I let everyone know on my when I do phone calls with banks and stuff. because I know I might sound odd. So I recommend that to anyone who has autism or anyone who has some sort of disability that impairs their way of speaking or acting. And I think letting people know beforehand and letting them know that you have a disability is always very, very helpful when dealing with difficult people or difficult situations. So if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I want to wish you a happy belated Thanksgiving, and if you didn't, I hope you still had a good day. And I hope you have a good day.